In this video, we'll talk about LCD displays. So here we are talking about the LCD display that comes with your kit. So that will be very similar to like what you will find in a calculator or like a digital watch or something like that. So typically, like say most of the TVs still available. Like I know we have OLED TVs, LED TVs. Like when they say LED TVs, like they are saying that it is a LED backlit TV. Some people like some salesperson would stop referring to them as an LCD TV. Technically they will be LCD TV, but like still, since it is backlit with an LED, they would call it an LED TV. Like OLED is exactly a TV like which could be technically called an LED TV because each and every pixel in that is turned off and turned on by an LED. But here, in most cases, you will have a backlit like LED in the edge, over the edges, or like in the middle, or like in different sections. Like you will have LEDs, and we will have an LCD panel in between. Those LCD panels will determine like what color is displayed in those pixels. So that's how it usually works. So what is LCD? So LCD stands for liquid crystal display. So there are some crystals in the LCD pixels which can be controlled by applying a potential across those cells or across those pixels. When you don't apply any voltage, so what happens is I'm not sure like if you have if you've had experience playing with polarized sunglasses. So polarized sunglasses have something like this. So they will have vertical slits. So you know that the light waves are transverse in nature, which means they will oscillate in different angles actually. So it can be in any degrees. So what will this polarizer do when you have vertical slits is that it will just like pass through the light that has 0-degree phase angle. So these polarizers will come in, and then like what this LCD, like when you don't apply any voltage, like what will this LCD, the crystals will do is it'll turn and it'll bend the or like it'll change the orientation of the light wave, and then you will have a horizontal polarizer here which will literally pass the light through, and that's what you see. So if you have a LED or something behind, the LED's light will be visible only when you don't apply any potential. But if you apply any potential, what will happen is it will send it will not change the the phase. So what will happen is it will be blocked by this polarizer. So you can also test this if you have like two sunglasses and mostly like they'll be vertically polarized or horizontally polarized. So by changing the orientation of the light coming through, like put one on top of the other and then like just spin or like say just rotate the sunglasses, and then you will sometimes you will see the light coming through and sometimes you will not. So that's how you see how the polarizers work with the polarized sunglasses. So that's what happens here as well in the LCD display. So here we are going to talk about the display that comes with your kit. So it's a HD 44780U dot matrix liquid display. So here you can display two 16-character strings, and this is what you typically find in a calculator and things like that. So you can either use a 4-bit or like an 8-bit interface. So here in this case, like in this program, like we'll be using 4-bit. I would also encourage you to use 4-bit. So these are the pinouts actually. So what we will do is we will see those here. So we have, maybe this is better. So you have the ground pin and then you have the voltage. So you can provide a 5 volt or you can provide a 3.2 volts, and when you apply it, make sure you don't touch the back in case, like say during, because this is one of the complex connections you will make in this course. So you might like make a wrong connection. If something like that happens, like the LCD display might heat up. So don't like touch the LCD and like get her, like say, try to hold it by the edges. So put a thumb here, put your thumb here and like your index finger here, and that's how you will hold it. So don't put your hand behind the LCD display, then that might kind of burn your fingers. I don't want that happening. So again, so here we have a ground, we have 5 volts, and we will be using a variable resistor, and we will, so that like we can just change the contrast of this pin. And we also have a resistor select pin and read write pin and an enable pin. So of these we will be connecting the read for that, like it's going to be permanently connected, but like the select register and enable pin will be connected to 11 and 12, and then we are not going to use all data pins, so we'll just be using the last 4 data pins. And then, so this is backlit with an LED, so you have the anode and cathode, so you connect anode to the positive and cathode to the negative, and that's how we make this circuit. So to save time, I have made this circuit already, so we will go to the code straight away, and I have also executed the code. I don't think you will have any troubles doing that. Maybe instead I will just like go here and show the execution. So always you hold the LCD like that. Wow, okay, now this is going to be a challenge. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, I hope you see. Okay, yeah, so you see that. So we are trying to display 2 things. So APSC 2008, and it says we are done and goodbye. So that is a message from me. So this should wind up our module and the course. And here we have, let me see, it's going to be hard to focus. We can adjust the contrast by changing the resistance. I'm not sure if there's a better way, but again, it's going to be really hard. Like say here it is like a very good display actually, like I see it very clearly, but through the camera I don't think it is capturing the highlights very well. So you can try it for yourself, you'll be able to display something. So here is the assignment. Let's go there. I will move on to, so you will have to write a program to display your name on the first line, and on the second line you will give a feedback less than 16 characters about this course. So whether this was useful, this was good for you, whether you can take something from this course and use it for teaching your kids. Like, do you think this would be useful for you in any way? Any feedback, any constructive feedback would be awesome. It can just be less than 16 characters though. If you're really curious, you can do sentences, and there are options to kind of scroll through, and then there are other functions that are associated with LCD displays, so you can do that if you want it, but like say it is not required. Like say you can just like you can just like give your name and your feedback. And if you're working as a group, so you will have to do it in a sequence. So you will display name of each member and your feedback, and that is going to be question 15. So you will attach the code, and then you will also attach the pictures or a video of your execution. So that is what you'll be doing. And now we have finished the module 4, which will be the last one. So let me, again, I have not shown my face in the entire, of course, like we have met in the tutorials and things like that, but here I am. Wow, okay, with the zoom it's too much. Okay, so thank you very much for registering for this course, and hope this course was useful for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write me anytime. Again, even after this course is done, you happen to do something with Arduino or Raspberry Pi or like say NVIDIA, Jetson, any computer that is like connected to a sensor, and like you have a data logging system, you have any questions related to that, like, yeah, feel free to contact me anytime. So I'm kind of like a professional working in this field, so we can talk about those things anytime. And you have my email, so please share your feedbacks as well. So that is another thing, so you can share your feedbacks anytime, and we will also have an email sent to you. I believe like you would have received an email to rate the instructor. That'll be me. So I would really appreciate to give some constructive feedback on those as well. Thank you for your time, and good luck with your final assessment. And there are, I hope you would have accessed the sample assessment questions and be familiar with the format and like all those things. If you have any questions with regards to that, like please let me know as well. Thank you very much again, and good luck with your final assessment. See ya.